With the U.S. presidential election only a week away, the race between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump is intensifying as both candidates make their final pushes to sway undecided voters in critical swing states. Harris, alongside her running mate Tim Walz, is focusing her campaign on key issues like abortion rights and economic reforms, while contrasting her approach with Trump's. On the other hand, Trump is doubling down on his messages around immigration and economic policy, aiming to rally his base with a mix of sharp criticism and bold promises. This tight contest shows both candidates deadlocked among likely voters according to recent polls, underscoring the importance of each campaign stop and message in the final days. Today, Harris is set to rally voters in Michigan, while Trump is campaigning in Georgia, both vital battleground states. Each candidate is strategically working to secure every possible vote in a contest where the outcome remains uncertain and highly consequential. The landscape of early voting is already shaping the race. Millions of Americans have cast their votes ahead of November 5th, and campaigns are capitalizing on this by reminding voters to ensure their ballots are counted. To help voters make informed decisions, resources from organizations like CNN provide overviews of each candidate's promises, polling, and critical voting deadlines. This year's voting landscape also highlights the complexities of early voting and the potential for shifts in results, as mail-in ballots, particularly in traditionally Democratic states, continue to be processed after Election Day. In this close race, Harris and Trump are also visiting less traditional campaign territories. Harris recently held a rally in Texas, a state that traditionally leans Republican, to stress her stance on protecting abortion rights. Meanwhile, Trump appeared at a massive rally in New York City, in the Democratic stronghold of Madison Square Garden, reinforcing his commitment to a strong stance on immigration and economic reform. Despite the deeply polarized climate, each candidate is pushing for as broad an appeal as possible. Harris's campaign continues to reach out to undecided or swing voters by emphasizing economic relief for small businesses, affordable health care, and addressing social issues like minimum wage and Social Security benefits. Trump, meanwhile, is appealing to his base, with promises to extend tax cuts, reduce government spending, and curb illegal immigration. His stance on immigration, in particular, has fueled strong reactions, and his focus on rolling back restrictions resonates with supporters who favor his hardline approach. As Election Day nears, voters are left to weigh these distinct platforms in a race where every vote could impact the nation's direction. This high-stakes election not only signals immediate policy changes, but also reflects larger shifts in national values and priorities, making it crucial for voters to stay informed and make their voices heard. The road to November 5th is indeed close, yet filled with intense last-minute efforts to sway America's decision. Stay subscribed for more videos.